Welcome back to the second hour of the broadcast, and thank you for staying with us. As earlier hinted, we'll be focusing on Kenya's deployment of police officers to Haiti. Before we get to that, we just want to listen in to what the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki had to say today on Kenya deploying police officers to Haiti, where he said this will only happen if Parliament approves. He was speaking on Sunday, where he noted that the request by the United Nations has to be approved by both the National Assembly and the Senate as required by the Kenyan Constitution. The Cabinet Secretary was speaking after attending a church service at St. Andrew's SEK Ndenderu Kiamba constituency in Kiambu County. The United Nations Security Council had on Monday, October 2nd, passed a resolution to deploy an international security force to Haiti, led by Kenya.
Kwa mujibu wa sehemu ya 240 ya katiba ya Kenya, Article 240 of the Constitution requires for the President to deploy any forces outside the country, whether it is Kenya Defense Forces or any other forces that constitute organs of national security. Parliament must approve. And the use of the word Parliament is deliberate. It is Parliament as defined to include the National Assembly and the Senate.
Okay, so that's the Interior Cabinet Secretary speaking to the process before the deployment of Kenyan police officers to Haiti in that intervention that seeks to rid the country of the gang violence. Now, let's get right into it. And I'd like to introduce my guests who are joining me in studio. A lot has been said about the police deployment by Kenyans. We now want to hear from the Haitians about their views around this particular deployment, some inconsistencies they think should be aligned even as we seek for the successful deployment of the police officers. I'll start with Gail Custer. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Kenya. Karibu.
Asante.
You've definitely gone through your classes. Thank you so much. She's the Executive Director of Sefan Foundation, Inc. in Haiti, and equally a member of the Castle organization. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Equally joined by Dr. Natalie Frederick Pierre. Thank you so much for your time. She's an assistant professor of history at Howard University. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So we'd like to begin with perhaps a deeper understanding of the historical connection that Haiti has with this organized gangs. So perhaps, Daktari, help us understand the historical perspective. What exactly should Kenyans know as we send the forces to Haiti? I understand there was a UN peacekeeping mission that was deployed to Haiti in 2004 after a rebellion. Tell us more.
So you want me to begin? I will begin at the beginning.
Okay.
So Haiti was birthed as an African revolution in an indigenous American country, and the indigenous name of Haiti is Haiti. So on the birth of the nation, Africans who are originally from the Congo, the DRC, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, those people made the decision to honor the indigenous people's land who were stolen by colonizers, Spanish and French. And they named the country Haiti. And in retaliation for taking their independence, France and all of the other Atlantic world powers in the 18th and 19th century punished Haitians with economic embargoes and diplomatic isolation. As your viewers probably understand, without diplomatic relationships, that makes your people suffer, and it has been 220 years of deliberate punishment for liquidating assets that French people thought they could hold in people. So that is the launch point. And the gangs are a continuation of that, but I'll let my colleague pick up on that point.
Thank you so much, Dr. Frederick or Natalie. It's an honor to have her because one of the things is we both Haitians and we both grew up in a different part of Haiti. So I'm so happy to have someone that knows the experience, that know the country as I do. To add to what you have said, you mentioned the 2004 intervention. So from what the Natalie just said, the 2004 intervention happened with the coup d'etat that Aristide, Jean-Bertrand Aristide had. And the resolution, I think it's 1529, the UN resolution that allowed them to come to the country to impose an embargo. It was an armed embargo and then a freeze on the assets of certain people because of the coup d'etat. So from 2004, we have had this presence. But even before 2004, in 1993, right after the coup d'etat, they came to Haiti. The UN sent a mission to come to Haiti to try and establish some sort of peacekeeping mission. It didn't work. But in 2004, they led the mission with the Brazil troops. I think it was 5,000 Brazilians that went to Haiti with 20,000 US troops to try to have the peacekeeping. Now, from there, we saw it was a fiasco because when they came in, they were supposed to help the national police to train them. They were supposed to reestablish some sort of security in the country. It had, at that time, a period type of security, but it was not real because we still had guns that was evolving at this time. That was not where they are today. And we had a serious issue with human rights because some of the UN police were killing people left and right, and we didn't have the way to make them accountable. And another thing that happened around that time was the fact that there was a lot of rape and kids that were born from these UN peacekeeping police officers, and their term was every 6 months. It was renewable. So after 6 months, you go to your country and nothing happened. There's no responsibility. But now, right after this 2004, they left in the country in 2017. So 13 years of them coming, doing nothing. It did not resolve anything. Things started to get worse once we had the murder of our late president, Jovenel Moïse. And from there, the gang started this emergence that we never saw before. Because, throughout the history of Haiti, we had several types of gang group. But this one that we have, this disease that we have right now, has become apparent and just there in our face. And for 2 years now, we have seen a rise in everything, gang violence, destructions of infrastructure that we don't even have anymore. Because since 2010, with the earthquake, we had lost a lot of stuff, and we still don't have no clean water. We don't have a healthcare system that is working no more because so many doctors have been raped or kidnapped, so hospitals are closing. So we are in a dire situation, and we are in a humanitarian crisis situation that needs immediate solution.
So, Dr. Natalie, as you come in, perhaps what would you point out as the inconsistencies by the previous UN deployment?